Namaste. Did you know that Ayurvedic medicine, which goes back about 5,000 years ago, specializes in lifestyle management and teaches us a health promoting, health protecting lifestyle called Svasthavritta? In fact, Ayurveda from the very beginning had a dual scope. It said, um, Swasthasya swastha rakshanam atur vikar prashamanam cha. So the true scope was that it will be first of all preventative, and only then will it work on the diseases of the deceased. So it wanted to address both aspects of the human condition, but Ayurveda was always very, very interested in promoting the health quotient of the human being. There is nothing that can replace God given natural health. And if we can somehow protect that, then we are good. And what is health? Health is when, for example, if I am using my fingers and I'm not even aware of them, then that's health. The day I have to become aware of them, and every time I use them they hurt, then I have lost the health in that area. And if you think about it, when there is a baby or a toddler, for a majority of the babies and toddlers, they are running here and there, they are jumping from sofas, they are, shouting at the top of their voice because they are using all of their body, their mind, their senses with a blast. And they don't have to say ouch and oops and oh dear and let me sit down and I'm fatigued and let me take a stick to walk, because everything is functioning and orchestrating in a beautiful way. And Ayurveda says, yes, that is health. Swasthasya bhavaha swastha. That feeling of health is very important, where we feel free inside our body, mind, and sense suit and not feel like we are a captive person in some kind of a jail where we have to suffer. And it is important that we maintain this health. Super important. And how do we maintain it? What do we do? Go and take some, flu shots. Sometimes you can get side effects from them. What do we do? Have a couple of mammograms taken, and then that also becomes controversial. Should we not? Should we really have our teeth cleaned with all those machines and all that forceful vibration? What do we do that we are able to maintain this health for a long time, or as much as possible, or for as long as possible? So Ayurveda teaches us a whole sub-science called Svasthavritta. Swastha means health, and Vritta means all the activities that are undertaken on this path to protect health, to strengthen the health, to nurture this health. Then those activities come under the domain of Svasthavritta. In my teaching efforts, I have really tried to underline and focus upon Svasthavritta. In fact, I think my school, my Gurukulam, made it a point to declare that Svasthavritta is the most important aspect of our curriculum, because worldwide we saw this interest in disease management. Okay, let's replace the Lipitor with Google. We're good. Let's replace the Prozac with Brahmi. So we were really fighting matter with matter. We were fighting a drug prepared in a lab with a drug that was, found in nature, but they were ultimately drugs. And saying no to this prescriptive model of Ayurveda, I as a teacher, I as the path giver to my students, wish to emphasize that what about not needing any of those herbs also? Why should we plunder the forest for our benefit in the name of nature? Why can't we evoke our inner nature, our inner health, by living in such a way that we remain healthy? And this living can happen through Ritucharya, which is elaborate teachings of Ayurveda on how we have to change our diet and our lifestyle per season. And Ayurveda breaks up for universal understanding a given year, rotation of Earth around the Sun, into 6 seasonal units. And this detailed teaching is my focus, where my students not only learn to live those rituals of daily self-care, but we also eat the food in my school according to the seasons. Then we have the dinacharya, which is like the morning you get up at a certain time, or which should be very early morning, Brahma Muhurta between 3 and 6 a.m. And then you should do a wonderful oral hygiene using herbal products alone. And you should massage your body in a certain way, and what different things to apply to the body. So there is some detailed teaching. That's very simple to teach. We can even teach it to a 5-year-old. We can teach it to an uneducated person. We can even teach a poor person to grow those herbs in their garden, replenish their garden every year, and just use it and give back to nature all over again. So it's the most, friendly routine for ecology and biology to take place, where our garden, our kitchen, becomes the source of our health and well-being. And because we go back and replenish our gardens with seeds and care of those herbs and plants, we're not really taking away, we are only borrowing from nature for a little while. Then there is Ratri Charya, where there is a detailed routine for night. And then Svasthavritta, adopting some healthy behaviors, some ethics and values in our interaction with other human beings, animals, plants, nature, and really making them a way of our life, really like embracing them, internalizing those values so that those behaviors make our mind state very positive. So Svasthavritta includes not only body but also senses and also mind through a regulated behavior. And all of this generate a health that is remarkable and marvelous. I've seen drooping faces smile. I've seen people suffering from physical ailments begin to glow with health that is cannot be taken away. Finally, I just want to say that Ayurveda has a concept of swasthansha, which means fraction of health. Ayurveda says that even if you are very, very sick, even if you are dealing with a prognosis that is not good, there is still a fraction of health that remains within you, so that you can do those basic things like eat food, digest food, urinate, etc. Even if some part of you is healthy, then begin this Svasthavritta practices, because then health will return to you. Just like small stem which has a little bit of greenness left in it, then if we start giving it good soil, good water, good sunshine, there's a potential that new leaves will come. In the same way, because we are self-healing entities according to Ayurveda, we should not give up unless and until we have left this body being. And until we are here in this body being, there is hope. And this hope gets strengthened and nourished and cultivated with Svasthavritta. I hope that I have given you some hope. It is not the scope of this video to teach you what I teach my students over 2 years or 2 months, but at least I can excite you and I can welcome you to this ancient wisdom that doesn't require to, plan and think and experiment and adventure with our health, but has mature solutions for us. Jama.